Okay, we're recording. Welcome to Apollo Presents Curse of Strahd, episode 20, I believe. When last we were on, the party had escaped from the Amber Temple, at least most of them. They got help from a friend from Valaki, at least a friend of Ark's that they had met. And let's see. Van Richten showed up, and they left in his wagon, his carnival wagon. Were attacked by the rock, managed to escape that, make their way to the tower, rest for the night, and went to visit the mage of Mount Baratok. I believe that's where we left off. Several members of the party polymorphed. Remind me again, that was Marick, and that was Fest polymorphed?
And Van Richten.
And Van Richten. So we had 3 eagles, and Syrdath and Yara were carried over the water. You passed a large man standing on a boat with a bag as you flew over the water and went to the mountains. And I think this was probably about mid-morning-ish when you were doing this. It's a little bit brighter than it normally is in Barovia. Still overcast, still muggy. And as you flew over towards the mountains, I read you the following text. North of the mountain lake, the trees begin their steady climb up the slope of Mount Baratok. Its monolithic presence oppressive at this distance. The ground here is rocky, uneven, and tiring to navigate were you navigating it. Even the wolves avoid this neck of the woods. Soon, you fly over a blanket of fog that engulfs the valley. Dark thunder clouds roll overhead. You see an elk standing on a rocky spur about 60 feet away. Suddenly, it assumes the form of a man in tattered black robes. His hair and beard are long. His beard has kind of gray streaks in it. His eyes crackle with eldritch power, and that's what you see from about 60 feet away. And that's just kind of happening. Anybody want to do anything at this point while you're flying towards him?
Well, if I remember correctly, I think I casted the telepathic bond spell before we took off, so we all can communicate.
That's correct. You guys can talk in each other's heads in stereo.
Okay.
Yep.
So who first spots him, or do we all spot him?
You all see him. It's hard to miss. He's just got this big gray streaked beard and just light, just greenish yellow light streaming out of his eyes as he changes from the deer into this kind of older man in a black tattered robe.
Marick thinks. Oh, look, I think that must be him. Let's fly towards Skidmark Beard.
And as you guys come towards, he points a finger at you, and everybody roll initiative. He's casting lightning bolt at you.
Right. Lightning bolt. Is he friendly?
Let's see.
He probably saw giant eagles flying, so he was like,
There we go. I'll shrink down the images here.
I guess I should pull up giant eagle stats, huh?
Yeah.
Am I the only one around here that cannot turn into an animal? Casual thought.
Yara's gonna point at the guy and be like, "Yo, we're looking for a wizard, right? That looks kind of like a wizard."
5,
My int score is too low to be on the conference call.
40, 45, 50, 55. I'll do 55. You guys move 5 feet since that spell was cast. And let's see. I'll roll initiative. Oh, you know what? I made a rookie mistake and forgot my dice. I will be right back.
Oh, while he's doing that, I'm not going to do that.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna go get coffee. Anybody else?
We're flying in a perfectly linear pattern, right?
Yes.
Adam, if you want to bring me coffee, that'd be fine. He's gone. I'm never going to get any coffee.
I have coffee, but you have to come to Bardstown to get it.
Nope. Bailey.
It's got bourbon in it.
Fax it. It'll get here instantly.
I'm just naturally chipper.
I don't have a fax machine.
You don't drink coffee, John?
Not at all. Too much caffeine makes me too jittery.
Here we go. I could try the turn order thing, but I'll probably just have someone keep track of initiative.
Got a pen and paper here.
Okay. 9 plus. Okay. I get an 11 initiative for the Mad Mage. Who's got anything initiative roll around? Did everybody roll it on this? Let's see if I can see it.
Yep.
Boop, boop. Oh yeah, I see it. Okay, so it looks like, yeah, it looks like Van Richten's up first.
What's up? Sorry, I'm writing this down.
Yep, it's fine. Oh well, I've got to do the lightning bolt first because he gets that attack first. So let's do that. Let's see. I'm gonna roll and see who I'm hitting. Okay.
So before you say what you're doing there, as far as where we were, I mean, we're eagles. We're flying probably pretty close to each other. I imagine two of us are holding Yara and Syrdath.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Yeah.
We want to figure that out before you start targeting.
Yeah. Who's holding who?
I think it makes most sense, and not just because you don't pick me, but I'm most standoffish, I think, for me to not be carrying either of them. But, Marick, I feel like you carry Syrdath, right?
Muted.
I know I take the eagle's physical form or physical stats. I still feel like Marick would look like a pretty puny eagle compared to you two.
You're carrying me and I'm like ripped. I mean, I got a six-pack.
It's all the, your blood and bodily fluids that apparently are still in.
My eagle has nice little spectacles on there.
Oh, you guys left Irina back in the cart, right?
Probably. She's bound. She's in the coffin. Yeah.
Yeah, she's in the wagon.
She's all tied up, got a stake in her.
Mm-hmm. Nice take
So, I might be. Can I move my? Yes, I can. Over here, there's probably some separation. I doubt the eagles are flying 5 feet away from each other.
Yeah. I feel like we were like scouting, so we probably weren't clumped.
We're probably in like a V formation. Because
Flying V.
There were 3 different areas that we took, right?
So kind of like this.
Other way around with us being carried.
Oh, other way around? Okay. There you go.
Yes.
Okay.
Best.
So,
hold up. Now we've got 2 characters plummeting to their death.
Marick has...
No, we're doing the double eagle thing. It's all good.
Okay.
What about it?
And Hooters is carrying Syrdath. We'll say that.
Oh. Okay.
Marick back here with Syrdath.
Hooters' strength score turns out to be like 21.
Okay, as you approach the Mad Mage coming out of the deer form, seeing you, he casts, and a bunch of glowing energy starts to gather around his fingertips and arcs towards Rictavio, because Rictavio's out front. And give me a reflex save, Rictavio.
Find this here. Did that do it? Yeah, 18.
18. Okay. Let's see what his. Yep, 18 saves for half. So you take 8d6. So
just call it 10. 10 damage. I'm kidding. I'll go ahead and roll it.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, here we go. Okay. That's 10, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 27, 28 points of damage.
So I'll take half.
You take half. Yep.
14. Okay.
Yep. 14 points of damage as a lightning bolt flies at you. And he just kind of stands there and he's going to say something. He's going to bonus action. No, he's not going to bonus. He's just going to say something. He's going to say, let's see. And he says this to all of you. You think that my magic has grown weak. Think again. And he says that. And it's Rectavia's turn.
Yeah, so he's seeming pretty relaxed and chill. Nice.
Yep.
Let me see here. I actually have spells now, and I'm not used to having spells. I'm used to saying I stab it. So it's different.
No. Can you cast as an eagle?
No. No.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, yes, we can. Like, yes.
No. But I don't plan on staying an eagle. So this terrain looks pretty open, but are there trees, shrubberies? I mean, what's around it? Okay.
Yeah, there's some trees and stuff. All like, you know,
populated some.
Trees.
And what's this other fella down here?
What other fella? Hold up.
There's two different things.
Oh, those guys, ignore them.
Oh, okay.
I forgot to delete it.
Oh, so this is him up here, the green one.
Yep.
Oh. Okay. Easy enough. I would probably fly behind cover here.
Okay.
And drop my concentration on the polymorph so I pop out. And then I will cast a spell. And that spell is Blink. So at the end of each of my turns, I roll a d20. On an 11 or higher, I just pop out of this plane until the start of my next turn.
Okay.
I kind of just go to a pocket ethereal dimension and then pop back in. And that'll be the only thing that I can do on my turn. And I'll roll my d20 to see if I pop out of it. It's 11 or higher. And I rolled a 20. So
Nice. Yeah.
I'm gone. Kind of.
You feel yourself just kind of fading from this plane, and I think you can still see this plane, right?
I can. Yeah, the ethereal plane is kind of a mirror of the material plane, but I can't. While I'm there, I can't interact with the material plane. It can't interact with me.
So you see floating
But I
around
can still
you
see around it. Yeah.
these kind of like skeletal, undead-looking fish, just kind of swimming around, and they've got little glowing pinpoints of eyes, and that's what you see. It's a little off-putting.
Okay.
Yep.
I feel put off.
Yep. Next. Was it? I'll have to go back.
Syrdath.
Yeah, Syrdath. Okay, I'm almost wondering if maybe I should try to actually talk him down a little bit. So, yeah, I'll note, dear sir, that's not it. That's not it. We come seeking your great magic. We need your help. So, can I do like persuasion?
Sure. Why not?
Well, I'm not very persuasive, Jason.
And your character?
He turns his attention to you, and he clearly doesn't seem to trust you. He's just scowling at you.
I've been to Best Buy before. I know what the hell that is.
Anything else? Bonus action?
You know, if I'm trying to talk him down, I don't think me trying to hurt him would help us out. So I'm going to kind of at least hold the remainder of my action to the end of the turn and see what happens.
Okay, you're gonna hold what action?
I may attack him, I guess, if he continues to attack us. But I don't.
I'm gonna say your persuasion was probably your action.
That sounds good.
So you probably got like a bonus at best. You're gonna what?
I my hide then.
You're gonna try to hide as you're floating around in the air with.
What do you crawl up in the feathers? Get up all up in the cloaca?
Oh my God! No, never.
I don't know what that is. Maybe I should.
You try to scrunch up into the into the legs that are carrying you. Yeah, he may not see you.
You could always dodge.
Yeah, true. I'll just save it for a dodge then.
Okay. Next.
The Mad Mage, unless his lightning bolt is his turn.
No, that was his immediate action. He's going to yeah. He's gonna cast a spell, and all this all of a sudden his skin rocks start kind of clumping up to him, and it just looks like he's got some kind of like armor.
Looks like he's Ben Chickless in Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Michael Chickless.
Yeah, rocks just start gathering around him in armor fashion. And let's see. Yeah, that's what he does. That's it.
Next up is Yara.
Right there.
Yara is gonna yell at him. Whoa, this aggression will not stand, man. This is not cool. We just came here to ask you a question, and you're all like, choo. And she's gonna like try to intimidate him into standing down. Like, you think you can take us? I mean, if you really want to go, that's okay. I got 17.
Okay.
He dies.
He let you know none of your spells can affect me. I've cast Mind Blank on myself. I am protected from your evils. So that's what you get.
Okay, it wasn't a spell, but alright.
Yeah, I know.
Something tells me this Mad Mage isn't thinking rationally.
He's not a liar.
Next up is Marick. John, you're muted.
Sorry. That look of disgust was beautiful, John. Thank you for that gift.
Do you know if Marick would recognize the spell, or do I need to do an Arcana check?
Do an Arcana check. It's a pretty high level spell.
10.
Yeah, no, you don't really know. It sounds like something to do with the mind, maybe protect your mind from something. That's about all you know.
Okay.
You haven't had a chance to study that many. You feel like it's higher level than the stuff you can cast at this time.
Marick will fly, I guess, over here on the edge, bringing Syrdath.
There you go.
Putting Syrdath in front of me?
Yeah.
No, I would have dropped him off behind whatever. I assume the squares are covered from something. Rock.
Like here?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay.
Bump it. Pardon me. Oops.
And since I don't know what that spell is, I'm going to go with what I was going to originally cast, even though I feel like it's probably not going to work. See. Here, I'll put it in the window. Give me a second.
Oh. Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, are you like hanging out to cast it?
No, I dropped polymorph. And then casted it right there.
Yeah, you cast that at it, and it doesn't add him any. It just you feel like your spell's not taking hold, and the old man turns his glowing, eldritch, glowing eyes on you.
All right.
Next.
I think in my head, Yara, hang on. I'm dive bombing this fool. Going straight for him.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because was it Giant Eagle's got a 80-foot fly speed? Yeah, we're swooping on him. And let's see here. I'll have to actually type in the roll for this.
Yeah, so this giant eagle carrying Yara is swooping down on him. What are you going to try to attack him with?
My beak.
Your beak, okay.
And then I'm going to let Yara go. But I'm going to try to beak him. What's my big hit right now? Okay. Sorry. I should have pulled this up beforehand. I've got the eagle. I'm just making sure I'm typing everything in right. Oh, come on. Okay. The 18 hit?
Hits.
Ooh. And then... I beat him in the face before.
Yeah, and it hits him, and it doesn't seem to do as much damage as you would think. So I'm gonna count that damage.
All right.
Okay, who's up next? Are you gonna? So you're gonna drop? Or are you gonna fly back up after that?
I'm gonna fly back up. I'm gonna fly directly above him.
He's gonna get an attack of opportunity on you, I think, as you fly by.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's see what this guy has for physical attacks. I'm sure it's great.
Open hand slap.
Yeah.
Just pull some feathers out.
Did you keep a hold of Yara, or did you drop her off?
I let Yara go if she wants to be let go.
Does a 14 hit you?
Yeah, I'll face this guy on the ground.
Does what hit me?
14 in giant eagle form.
Just barely, yes.
Woot! Okay. Pulls out a dagger. And pierces you for 6 points of damage.
Jeez. That's more than my beak.
Yep. Yep.
Alright.
This old man's not playing around. Alright. So you take that into one of your wings as you go by. And now he's focused on Yara. Yara, are you next?
No.
Van Richten is next.
Van Richten, okay.
So I'll pop back into the material planes and peek around here. Actually, when I pop back in, I appear 10 feet away, so I'll kind of pop out right here. I'm going to use a second level spell and cast. Actually, I'm going to make it third level. And I'm going to cast, well, maybe I can't. There it is, yes. Spiritual weapon. At his location, which is right about there. I rolled a 13 to hit, which is not going to do it.
Nope. No,
But it stays right there, and then as a bonus action, I'll use my turns. I can use it again, and I cast it as a bonus action. And then for my action, I'm going to cast Toll the Dead, which is a cantrip.
Okay.
Let me see what this does. Actually, I think it's. Hold on. Well, now my computer's frozen. Hold on, my window's frozen. I think it's a save. I'm looking it up here. I'll tell you what it is. Okay, can you hear me okay, Jason?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. He's got to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
DC 17.
Ooh. Okay, let's see. Yeah, he got a 20.
Okay, so that'll pass. He's not going to take any damage. And then I'm going to roll for Blink.
Okay.
But I can't do it on the thing, so do you mind if I just roll here?
No, go ahead and roll there. Just tell me what it is.
16.
Okay.
Okay, so you all can still, can you all see? No?
Yep.
Okay. 16, and I'm going to try to refresh my stuff here, so I may pop back out.
Okay. Next
Next
up.
up is Syrdath.
Lord. Syrdath's still thinking he can try to disarm this. Do we know that the wizard is at odds with Strahd?
I don't know that you know much. You just heard a mad wizard lives up this way. That's really all you heard in town. This may be, I mean, you also heard tell of a wizard that came to town about a year ago, I think, early on in the campaign. And Corey, I think you blinked out.
Yeah, I'm reloading my Google Chrome.
But I don't know if you've made the connection. You think maybe this is him? Maybe not. I don't know. That guy supposedly died.
I'm gonna try my last ditch effort, judging by the fact that he thinks he's under attack anyway. And who would be doing attacks here unless it's Strahd? I'm going to brandish the sun sword, hold it high above my head. Go, look! I got the sun sword. Go kill Strahd with it. Come on! Help us! Don't fight us. Help us. Is that still a persuasion roll?
Yeah.
Okay, I tried, guys. Next time I'm gonna start killing. 13.
Yeah. I mean, he sees the sword, and you think maybe he recognizes it. Maybe, maybe not. He seems confused. But he hasn't put down his arms or anything. He's still kind of.
Okay. Well, now I'm hiding.
Okay. Give me a hide roll.
It's stealth.
Yeah.
Well, 13. I'm consistent. My head's peeking above a rock.
Okay. Well, you think maybe he doesn't notice you. Maybe just maybe you beat his passive perception. Maybe. You don't know.
Oh,
but
boy.
He's not looking in your direction, so that's a good thing. Next up.
Mad Mage.
Okay. At this point, he will disappear.
Counterspell.
Pew, 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 pew.
Okay. Yep. Fair. Let's see. That was his action. Dang it. Oh, he can do that at will. Never mind. Let's,
What?
Probably still takes an action to do it. At will still takes an action, correct?
I believe so. It just means it doesn't use a spell slot.
Spell slot, yeah. Alright, well then he's just gonna... Well, he'll just stay right there then. I think that's it for now. Yep.
Yara is up next.
He's got his dagger ready, though.
Dagger's done more than anything else so far.
This is cute. Yara's gonna be like, look, Grandpa, I don't know if you're off your meds or what, but this is not cool. We came here to ask you for help, and you just started throwing lightning at us, and this is just, I'm having a real hard time with this place anyway, and you are not helping. And she's gonna try to hit him. So first I'm gonna use my bonus action to faint.
As you get close, give me a. Do you have any kind of heal check whatsoever, Yara?
Do I have any kind of what now?
Heal check?
No.
Okay, never mind. Go ahead.
Let's see. Do I want to faint? Or do I want to... Oh, no, I can't use both. Okay, just kidding. I'm not going to use my bonus action. I'm just going to try to trip attack him.
Okay.
So, first, let's see if I hit. So, boop.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you hit.
Yeah, I have.
Soundly.
And so then I need to... he needs to make a strength save, which is calculated at a DC. Let's see, 12 is DC.
What's your strength?
DC 17.
Okay. He rolled a natural 20.
Seriously?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I still get that extra D8, so roll 1D8. Okay, so that's 6 plus 13 is 19 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, it doesn't seem to go through the way you would hope.
And then I'll do the same thing again on my second attack. So it hits him.
Same roll?
Yep.
Got a 19.
Dang, old man!
He's
Where's your
strong for
strength
an old man.
bonus?
Seems like he's been around for a bit.
Alright, well, and he takes that plus... 15 bludgeoning damage this time.
Okay. Seems about half as effective as you would have liked. You hit him, but the rocks on him are just taking most of the blow.
Gotta get those rocks off.
Yeah.
That is not a problem.
I don't get it.
Okay. Next up.
Marick.
All right. Marick takes a couple deep breaths. Then he runs all the way to him and tries to touch him for remove curse.
Remove curse. Okay.
All right.
I guess you'll have to make an attack roll to touch him.
Okay. I'll just roll a D20.
Yeah, plus your strength, let's say.
Oh, that's going to go well. 5 plus nothing? I don't know.
No, you miss him. Can't seem to lay a hand on him.
So if I don't touch him, I assume does the spell fail, or do I guess the spell fails?
Yeah, if you can't touch him. I mean, he just dodges out of your way. It's not like he's going to let you touch him willingly, I don't think, at this point.
Okay. Alright, I'll take that off. And then I'll move back with the rest of my turn, expecting to get stabbed.
Yep. 19 on a die.
Yeah.
Take 6 points of damage as he stabs you in the back as you run off. He like dodged out of the way and then just jabbed you real good. He's a tall, kind of he's tall, slender man with he's got let's see.
In fact, his name is Hank Slenderman.
Yeah, he's
slender, man. That explains what he's
yeah, he's got a grayly streaked Van Dyke beard and he wears long boots. So, and he's got the black robe on. That's what you can see.
Is he really old, or does he just like have the artifacts of old age?
I mean, he looks pretty old.
Yeah.
Older than Marick or younger?
But it looks like magic's definitely been part of his life. Like, you could tell this guy's a practiced arcane spellcaster.
So apparently a kung fu master.
Yep. Next up.
Fest.
I'm going to swoop on him.
Fest, give me a heal check as you're standing real close to him, because you're pretty close.
Okay.
And you're an eagle, but you can retain your intelligence, so.
Okay.
When you say heal check, Jason, what do you mean heal check?
You mean medicine?
Medicine.
Oh, okay.
17.
Yeah, clearly they're like his eyes are puffy and red, and he seems a bit disoriented. But yeah, that's about it.
I'll relay that mentally to people that he seems a bit addled. I'm going to see if I can subdue him for us, so we can figure this out. I'm going to swoop down on him and use one of my multi-attacks to grapple him.
Gotcha.
I'm going to try to.
Strength, I think.
I can choose strength or dex for it. I'm going to do strength.
Okay. 19 on the
15.
dice again.
What did you roll?
19.
I rolled a 15. So question. Can I try my second attack to grapple again? Or can you only do it one time?
All out.
Okay. Alright. So when I did this, did the old man fight me off pretty hard? Did he feel like...
Yeah, when you tried to grapple him, he just kind of like took his hand and like kind of pressed the... You know, he doesn't look like he's really strong, but he's wiry. So he just kind
I'm going to try dex on this one, man.
Okay.
I'm going to try to... Since he felt like he had this old iron grip going on.
That'd be a 13 for him.
20.
Ooh, you get him. Yeah.
All right.
Pin him to the ground.
Do I have enough movement to fly up in the air with him?
Well, yeah, you can pick him up.
All right, I'm going to go above the rocks, up into the air.
So you probably can go, you're going to use your full movement?
Yeah.
You're about 55, 60 feet up in the air at this point then.
That works for me.
Well, you're moving at half speed, I'm sorry.
Okay,
about
that's
30,
fine.
About 30 feet.
Okay, I'll take him 30 feet above the rocks.
Okay. There he is. Who's up next?
Van Richten, and that changes what I was planning on doing. I'll pop back in, you know,
Yep.
to the material plane. And then I'm going to cast Dispel Magic.
Ooh.
Any spell of 3rd level or lower ends. For any spell 4th level or higher, he has to make. I make an ability check based on the level of the spell.
Okay, make an ability check.
So if there's any spells on him 3rd level or lower, they automatically end.
Yep.
And then I'll make my ability check.
Okay.
Which is, I think this. No, hold on.
I think it's got it listed in. I thought I had it listed on Roll20 or D&D Beyond, but
I'm trying to find the button to click it.
oh, okay.
I don't see it. I'll just give it a wisdom ability check.
Okay.
No, that's perception. Hold on. I'll find it. Hold on. That's a save. Hold on. That's ridiculous. Here we go.
All
15. I'm going to use a luck point, and I'm going to roll that again and choose the higher one.
Okay. Ooh.
23.
Let's see.
So really, any spell that he would cast on himself is gone.
So yeah, that'll take a 8th level spell off, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, so all kinds of magic just disperse from him. The stone skin starts falling off, just rocks start falling off his body, and he looks less. There's less of an aura around him now. His the glowing of his eyes dwindles down, and you just see kind of these light blue old man eyes.
All right. And then let me make a blink roll. No, I stay on this plane. I rolled a 1. But I will move back right here. Boop.
Okay.
And then it is Syrdath's turn.
Now, I've waved the sword around. The sword has seen him.
Yeah.
I know I've never spoken to the sword yet or anything like that.
Yeah.
Would the sword react to seeing this man?
It sends you images like you get the, and it's kind of walking you through kind of slow like with the images, and it's like basically showing you images of you moving closer to him so he can talk to him, but you've got to be within 30 feet. So it's like it's kind of like, hey, walk this way, and it's showing images of you like walking towards and looking up at the mage and Fest in his eagle form.
I kind of, like, this is the first time that's happened, so I kind of step back and shake my head and look at the sword, point at it a little bit, and then I will walk directly. Well, I don't think underneath is a great idea, but I'm going to approach, because I don't think he's 25 foot off or anything, so I'm going to go where the sword tells me.
Yep. Okay. So you move up to be directly under Fest and the Mad Mage, and you're there. It's roughly 30 feet away, and the sword starts trying to communicate with the mage up there. And now that the mind blank spell isn't on there, he can get into his brain, and he's communicating. You don't understand what's going on or what he's saying to him, but he conveys to you basically that he sends you an image of an old man who's got like Alzheimer's and can't remember who he is basically what he's sending. It's a bunch of old men just, where's my cane kind of images, and you get that sort of sense.
Is this like the reincarnation of Trevor Forever?
Yeah, it seems to be very similar to Trevor Forever, actually, yeah. Except this guy, he seems to remember somewhat more, like he's not completely a blank slate, but he's definitely, that's the image you're getting portrayed to you.
I will share. Marick, I get the impression he's lost his mind. It's much like Trevor Forever, our dear friend, who will appear on our lines of T-shirts once this takes off.
Somewhere, Trevor, skeletal body, sitting in a fine chair with dust on it, reading a blank book, sneezes. Feels like you guys are talking about him.
Hanging out with Bacon.
Yeah.
Is there anything we could do to restore this man's sanity?
Syrdath, I could try to remove curse, but Van Richten may know more of what to do for these matters than I.
And Van Richten still has those 2 scrolls of Greater Restoration, I believe, and he's got a Raise Dead. Those are what I remember him having on him.
Yep.
Important question. Are you guys speaking to the mind link, or are you saying this in any way that Fest can hear all this?
Oh, I'll say it out loud.
It's a hot
I'm
mind.
link. I'm doing mind link.
And it's weird because where you're doing this, like every little thought is starting to get kind of portrayed that way. So you can hear like just kind of the inner workings of people's brains too a little bit.
What do you hear out of my brain? I wonder. There's a lot in it there.
Oh, it's noisy. Yeah.
It's like an old modem hooking up.
33.6, man. That's what I learned.
Syrdath, that's what you do. What do you? I guess that's your turn. Are you doing anything?
Yes, sir.
else? Okay. Next up.
Mad mage.
Yes.
Maybe less mad. Maybe more temperate mage. Maybe more like grumpy mage.
Like on a scale of Nick Nolte to Walter Matthau, how far is he, Jason?
He's a bit.
He's straight up Gary Busey right now.
Oh,
No, he's not quite Gary Busey. Who's quite Gary Busey?
His head's crushed.
That's too soon. It's 20 years old. It's too soon.
He's going to. He's gonna cast. Let me look this spell up real quick.
Is it Firebolt?
He's about to cast Free Fall.
Oh,
I'm gonna go straight up and let go.
sir, you are no Rick Ashley, are you?
I mean, I can play as he's tumbling slowly.
Okay, he's gonna cast.
We're on the ground just.
No.
Time Stop.
Counterspell.
Good luck with that. Give me that roll, buddy, because Counterspell ain't gonna do it on its own.
You interrupt creature DC equal 10 plus the spell level.
Yep.
Yeah, you make an ability check, and at least a 19 will get it, because that'll be a 9th level spell. I don't know what level that is.
So just do an intelligence roll.
Yeah, like I did on my D&D Beyond page at the top with my scores. I just clicked the +5 for wisdom that I have, and that I think that's the only way to do it.
Yeah, do that with your intelligence.
Okay.
No. No, sir.
No, let me ask a question though. There's a difference because when Corey did his, he had a plus on his. John didn't have any modifier showing on his at all. Is it?
Yeah, he rolled 2 + 4.
I rolled a 2 + 4.
Oh. Oh, I see it now. I see. Okay, because yours has a +5 at the top for Wiz, and then.
I tried.
Okay, I thought maybe John had clicked the wrong thing. I was hoping John had clicked the wrong thing.
So to the Mad Mage, time seems to stop. For you guys, it's like nothing has changed. Let's see. No time passes. Well,
He sees merits like this.
he gets to take 1d4 plus 1 turns in a row. 3 turns he gets. So.
Does it end if like he hits us?
The spell ends if one of the actions you use during this period or any effects create during this period affects a creature other than you or an object being worn or carried by someone other than you. In addition, the spell ends if you move to a place more than 1,000 feet from your location where you cast it. So he's going to cast Misty Step and step out from the Grasp of the Eagle back over here. And yep. And then that's one action. Next action, he's going to cast invisibility on himself, just like that. And then he's going to cast Cone of Cold. And he's going to get all y'all.
Not me.
No. But Yara, Syrdath. Yeah, just Yara and Syrdath, really. So, let me look up Cone of Cold real quick.
Me look up my candy dog.
So he just disappears from what you guys can see. And then he reappears. He was invisible and then he pops out and he just casts Cone of Cold. I should have done that differently, but whatever.
No, that was probably the best because if you shot somebody with Cone of Cold, it would have been your time stop.
Yep. Okay, Cone of Cold. Blast erupts from his hand, cold air. Each creature in a 60-foot cone must make a Constitution saving throw. and it's 8d8 points of damage.
Woo!
1, 3, 7, 13, 15, 16. That's really bad rolling.
You're gonna roll us a con save?
19 points of damage.
So who all needs to roll, Jason?
Just Syrdath and Yara. Yara makes the save. Syrdath, you take 19 points of damage. Yara, you take half.
So
8.
I should have probably went for luck. I
What,
should
9,
call
sorry,
that.
9.
Syrdath, do you have any kind of evasion?
Yeah, I have uncanny dodge. I asked about that a second ago. Does that negate it since it was like, well, he was out of time and space for me, or?
I don't think the dodge does it, but I think the rogue gets something called evasion.
I do got a
Where
version.
even if you fail, you still take half.
Yeah.
And if you, but that's a dex save though, so maybe I'm not.
Yeah, it's when you're subjected to the effect that allows you to make a dex saving
Oh,
throw.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so you take the full damage of 19. Yara takes 9 as a cold sprays over you. And that's it for his turn.
But since he cast it, we can see him.
Yeah, you can see him now. Mm-hmm.
And it's Yara's turn.
All right. Yara's gonna shake off the little bit of frost that started to grow on her, and she's gonna start looking kind of mad. And she's gonna say, she's gonna walk up to him first,
Mm-hmm.
and then she is gonna say, "Bro, I'm warning you. I've only known these people for a couple days, but I've seen them do some serious business. You are damaging my calm, and I am about to make some decisions that I'll probably regret later in therapy. But you know what? My chakras are feeling pretty unaligned right now, and I don't seem to be able to care." And she's gonna try to knock him down again.
Okay.
So, first attack.
Who's your fantasy therapist?
Well, that doesn't sound right. Does 21 hit?
Yeah, that hits.
All right, so he needs to make a strength save again.
8. He rolled an 8.
Nope, he gets knocked down.
You knock down this old man. Just
Nope.
knock him right onto
And
the...
he takes 1d8 plus that plus that, so 17.
17 points of damage. Yeah,
Yep.
he felt all of that. You hit him with kind of a, not quite a sickening crunch, but it definitely like, it jarred one of his ribs real good.
Great, and then I get advantage to hit him on my second attack. So this is try number 1. That'll do it.
Yep.
And I don't get 1d8 because I'm not going to use my
Just get a wail on this old dude on the
commands
ground.
on here.
Cheaping it.
So he takes 12, and then she's not quite mad enough yet to try to go for it. So she's not going to actually try to kill him yet. So she will just stand there menacingly with her warhammer. Her like half-orc tusks are kind of like sticking out a little bit, and she's like, you can tell she's like really trying to resist the temptation to just wail on this guy until he is not breathing anymore.
Gotcha. Next up,
Marick. You're muted.
yeah, you're muted.
Oh, I'm also muted. I was making fun of you. Muted.
All right. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna look at him, and I'm gonna cast Polymorph to turn him into itty bitty little snail.
Oh, I was gonna suggest a turtle as an eagle. I haven't.
Okay. What's the save on that?
Okay, let me get the spell.
Wisdom save. Okay. Okay. Take the higher. And I'm pretty sure he saved.
16 is what you have to beat.
Yeah, I got a 15 on the die plus 6, so 21.
Well,
Your spell starts to take effect, and then he just kind of shrugs it off from the ground, which is pretty impressive.
well, Marick's feeling very proud of his spell casting here today. I'm happy to be your guys' wizard.
Thanks for using Marick Wizardry today. Next up is
That's the end of the call for a short survey.
Okay. Question. I'm reading it real quick. Voluntarily drop a polymorph. Does that take an action, or is that like a free thing to do? I'm not going to do it in the air. I'm just asking.
I think. Let me look it up.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to read.
And Jason, feel free to do it. I already did that at the start, and I just dropped my concentration. But whatever Jason says.
Yeah, I think you just drop your concentration. I don't think it's a.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to fly to the ground and drop my concentration.
Yep.
And then I am. So, is the old dude on the ground? Is that what I'm seeing? Like,
Yeah, he's knocked prone.
he's getting kicked around a little.
Mm-hmm.
I guess. He's pretty hardy, but I guess what I'm going to do is from a range. Yeah, I can hit him. I'm going to. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. So, okay, first off, he was still casting, right?
Who was still casting?
The old man, was he still casting a minute ago?
He's not. He wasn't casting anything. I mean, he cast the cone thing, and then he got waylaid. Is what happened.
Okay. But he's on the ground. I'm going to cast silence on the ground underneath his feet.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And a 20-foot sphere wraps up, so it's probably going to hit Yara too, but I don't think that's that big of a deal.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I cast Fist.
Now it's Silent Fist. We're just going to see this old dude about to get beat. We can't hear it.
It's going to be real bad.
And go to town. He can't snitch on you now. Just go for it. Yeah, that's what I do. I'm done.
Cool.
All right.
Something like that. Okay.
Next up is Van Richten. I'll use the Marick's telepathic link, and I'll kind of shout to the rest of them. After seeing what's going on, I'll shout, "Just knock him out! We can help fix his mind if we just knock him out." And I'll bring my spiritual weapon over and try to poke him with that with advantage because he's laying down.
Yep.
Did that roll it? No. Let's try this.
Hits.
15 or that's not a crit, so it'll hit. I'll roll the damage, which is.
What's your weapon look like?
You know what? I was thinking about that, and I honestly think it would look like just a very plain-looking, normal short sword that has some wear and tear on it. Maybe a chip in the blade here and there, but leather-wrapped hilt. Just very, very plain, very normal-looking.
Yep.
And I believe I cast that as a 3rd level spell, so I'll just roll the damage right here. To deal 12 damage.
Yeah, he takes it. You
and then,
stab the old man on the ground.
And then It's, let's see, it's silent. Is this? It's not. I'm going to kind of peek my head around right here where I can see, and I'll just take a little shot at it with the crossbow.
Okay.
Actually, no, that's silly. I'm going to cast Toll the Dead. So he's going to make a Wisdom saving throw, DC 17.
18.
That's what he rolled? Okay.
Yep.
Then I'll roll my blink, and I pop out.
Okay.
So you're
You
dead.
fade into the world of dead fish.
So as this is happening, like Van Richten is simultaneous or kind of alternately just popping in and then popping out in the span of like 3 seconds at a time, just poofing in and out behind these trees.
Next up.
Syrdath.
So, how's the old man looking right now? Probably not great.
Not great. He looks like he's taking. He's beat up. He's got some bruises, some scuffs on him, some dirt. He looked kind of rough before, but he's not looking great.
There's a lot going on. I wonder if a man could slap a set of manacles on him.
Give me an athletics check on that, I think.
Athletics or... Well, of course I might have to run up to him, I guess. So.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right there. And, see, you said athletics?
Well, give me an attack roll. Give me an attack roll.
be-
I think you're trying to attack him with the manacles. Let's do that.
I was actually trying to maneuver around him and do it all dexterous.
Okay. Okay, give me an athletics then.
Okay. Oh my god.
Wow.
I'm a burn luck.
Okay. You're shaming
And it-
rogues.
Alright, so D&D Beyond is not very nice. I can take a picture of this and show you, but the second time I hit the button, it rolled a 19 on my screen, but it didn't pop up here. But I mean, I can redo it again if you want me to.
No, I'll take it. I'll take it. Honor system. Okay. Yeah, you you get the manacles right on them. They lock into place.
Okay, and...
Are you doing it in front or are you doing behind the back? I guess up to you.
You know, if I could get it behind the back, that would be great.
Okay.
I'd like to think that while he was being shot at and rolling and dodging, I'd just ease in there and clamp.
He's on the ground. It's pretty easy. You grab an arm, grab the other one, and just clank him on.
It's the ice drops off of my hair onto him.
Yep.
Okay, so I think I got a little bit of movement left, so I'm going to step back a little bit. That sounds like a good idea.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Mad Mage is next.
Ooh. Let's see. What would he do? He starts mouthing some things, and he notices very quickly that he can't hear any of it. And he's going to try to stand up so you can get an attack of opportunity as he tries to go away, Yara.
All right.
Hits.
10.
Yep. Not looking good. Okay, let's see. Yeah, he doesn't like that. He'll step out of the cone, get kind of towards the edge over here, and we'll let loose. Let's see.
Street expertise.
Yeah. Let's go.
Sorry, guys.
Gonna cast Bigby's hand. So a big giant hand, and in Barovia it comes out and it's just a big giant skeletal hand appears right next to him, and I'm gonna say it appears. I could put an object there, but I'm not going to. I'm just gonna say the hand appears right over here on the ledge. So. And as a bonus action, he's gonna get scooped up by the hand.
Huh?
He can move it as a bonus action.
Bigby's hand has somatic components. So
He's out of the silence.
He'd have to get out of the manacles.
Oh, never mind then. Let me undo that. He's not doing that then. Jeez.
It has all 3 components, in fact.
Okay, let me find something that can work. He would know what would work better than I do. Let's see. He may not be able to cast anything. Yeah, he can't even do that. He's not going to do anything. He's just going to stand there and kind of glare at you. This sucks. And no, can he go invisible? I think he can go invisible. I think that's just verbal.
I think Misty Step is just verbal.
Yeah, that might work too.
I don't know about invisibility.
Well, he can do invisibility at will, so he just does it.
Yep.
Yeah. So he goes invisible. Can't see him. Don't know where he is.
Do I see him on the ethereal plane?
Ooh, that's interesting.
Because that would be neat. Like, oh, here you are.
He hasn't left the plane. I think he just went invisible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just checking.
Yeah.
After Yara, it would be, or after Mad Mage, it's Yara.
Well, can't see him anymore. She knows where he last was, though.
Yeah.
So she's going to walk. She's going to take the most direct route next to where she last saw him standing, so she's actually still inside the cone.
Okay.
But she's like, you see her like mouth moving, and from the like what you can understand, you're glad you can't hear what she's saying. And she's gonna just swing at the air with her warhammer to see if she can like figure out where he is by like running it into him.
Okay.
Basically, so because she can. You can hit it. It's like it's a 5-foot reach, so she could hit. You know, she can swing it through any given square within 5 feet. I would imagine. So yeah, she's just gonna try for it. And
Okay, give me a to hit. Okay, that would hit if you pick the right square. Let's.
I'm gonna roll a d6.
Okay.
And we'll say it's the 3 in front of me, so it'll be
Okay.
from my or just from left to right. It'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
All right. Roll. Oops. There are 2 L's in roll. There we go. 1. Nope. Wrong square.
Nope.
Right. Second attack. Because I make 2 every time I attack.
Yep.
Same thing.
Yep. Would hit.
No, other side.
No.
No.
So you go one side, go to the other side.
No.
Yeah.
I imagine this terrified invisible wizard.
It's all she's not going to expend her second wind or her action surge, that is, if she isn't going to hit anything. So that's it. That's my turn.
Marick is next.
You're still mute?
You're muted.
Yeah, he's muted.
I do this so you guys don't have to hear the kids in the background.
No, you're still muted.
No, you're fine.
No,
You're
you're
not
He's lying.
Marick's going to hold his action until he sees them. The action's going to be to... Well, actually, no. Marick's going to go ahead and polymorph into a giant eagle again.
Okay. Shape change and turn to a giant eagle. Okay, there you go. Anything with your movement you're gonna do?
I'm gonna just fly up in the air over here. So wait to look, and if he pops back up, I'm going to try to grab him.
Okay. Next up.
Fest.
I am going to. I guess just to keep a lookout for him, I'm going to cast Ancestral Guardians.
Ooh.
Or Spirit Guardian, sorry.
Yeah, yeah. And what do they look like again?
They look like floating severed hands tied up a red ribbon.
Yep.
Oh, I was trying to pop up the description. But yeah, so basically I'm doing it in a 15-foot radius of me, and all my friends I'm excluding, obviously.
Okay.
So if he comes into the affected area, I don't know if it can see through invisibility or not. It just says if a creature enters the spell area, it attacks.
Yeah, any creature that comes in, I think, will count. Yeah.
Okay. And I guess actually I'm going to walk forward a little bit. I will probably go to like I can move myself. I'll go about right here.
Okay.
And I'm done.
Yeah. Next up.
I'm up next. I am going to hold an action to cast Hold Person the next time he pops up and becomes visible.
Okay.
So
you blink back in, and you're 10 feet away from where you used to be.
What's that?
You blink back into existence, and you're somewhere else from where you used to be, right?
And in fact, at this point, I guess I'll end the blink effect because I think I need to stay here if I'm going to use a ready to hold person.
Yep.
So I'll end the blink, and then I'll just hold that action until he pops back up.
Okay.
So that'll be me. Syrdath, I think.
Next up.
So I assume Fairy Fire does not illuminate in darkness, since I can only cast Fairy Fire at first level.
Yeah, you can cast it on it.
But like, I'm just curious. I didn't know if it would actually work or not. I mean, I could try. I didn't. Well, I guess that's something I have to find out, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. You can try.
What are the options? So he's in a cloud of darkness there, right?
No. He's just invisible. Sorry.
Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna try to cast Fairy Fire on him.
Okay. Here, I'll clear my drawings.
What is that?
Which, I mean, I can display. I think I do it. I don't roll for that, do I?
No, you do it, and you do it in the same area he kind of was in. It's like it's an area effect, right?
Let me see. Each object in a 20-foot cube with.
Yeah, you put the cube down. You knew generally where he was, and he starts glowing. You can see a glowing shape right over here.
So as soon as that glowing outline pops up, do I get to cast my Hold Person?
You do.
All right, I will cast Hold Person right here. He's going to make a Wiz save.
Okay. His wisdom is +6.
DC 17.
15 + 6 made it. And Marick, were you holding an action too?
I probably more.
Okay. Then who's up next?
The Mad Mage.
Okay. Glowing. He's gonna say, "Tell your dark masters they can break my body, but never my spirit." And he's gonna cast. What's he gonna cast?
Is he still handcuffed?
Yeah, he's not gonna cast much.
That's hilarious.
So I missed that. Who handcuffed him?
Syrdath. I'm imagining Tim from Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Yeah, he's got not much he can do. Let me see. Now I'm gonna go through all the spells.
There are some who call me Tim.
That introduction to that movie was so great.
Oh, Tim the Enchanter.
Yeah,
A grail?
he's just gonna walk. He's just gonna try to walk back this way, I guess. Start inching his way down the cliff.
Maybe casting Hold Person was less optimal than tackling.
Next up,
Yara. Speaking of tackling.
Oh yeah.
I'll be right back. I have to help my son.
I want to see you bust through him like the football team bursts through the paper as they're running onto the field.
This is probably what is about to happen. So Yara is going to follow him. So 5, 10, 20, 25, 30. Perfect.
As you run by, Yara, I'm no longer popping in and out, and I'll just shout at you because I see your general demeanor. I'll shout, "Don't kill him! Don't kill him!"
No promises, man. And then she's gonna wail on him. So she is going to attempt to knock him out because her new friends say that they want to try something. So while we're at it,
that doesn't sound sketchy at all.
I'm going to talk you up because my new friends want to do stuff to you.
That's not what I meant. Oh my gosh. Anyway. Should try to knock him down again, I guess. So let's see if I hit.
Can we replace our wagon with a big old
flip
van?
He dodges while he's handcuffed, and he's just he's serpentining his movements.
Yep. Well, I make 2 attacks every time I attack, so do it again. Hey, there we go.
There you go.
All right. So he's got to roll a strength save again.
Oh, great. 9.
Nope. So he gets knocked down.
Please don't get up again.
He takes this much plus this much. 10 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
She's going to. Is he knocked out yet?
No, you clipped him pretty good and got him in his hip,
Right.
his old man hip, and he
His
just
old man hip.
he just fell
Doing a
over.
quad cane.
Yeah.
I can do one more thing.
You even heard like my hip as he went down.
I'm totally imagining he looks like Terry Bradshaw.
Yara says, "I put my hand upon your hip. When I did, you did. And we did."
Wow.
Am I another song?
Okay. And then, yeah, she's just gonna use her action surge and hit him again. So
Okay.
cross that out. That has gotten used. There we go. And she's got advantage now. So, oof, critical.
Hey,
She will make this.
We did want to find him to try to talk to him, right?
We did, but he wasn't in the mood.
His corpse is to do with what you will now.
I'm going to use my last superiority die to make this a maneuvering attack so that Van Richten can come over and stand within melee of him as well to possibly try to use one of those scrolls.
what is it? Do I get to move? What does it do?
When I hit a creature with a weapon attack, I can expend 1 superiority die to maneuver one of my comrades into a more advantageous position. You can move up to half your speed without provoking opportunity attacks, or you can come over here. Either way. But yes, so I'm out of superiority dice now. And he's going to take a lot of damage from this attack because I also, being a half-orc, roll an extra die when I crit. So, yeah.
Yeah. You're just.
So he takes. This is for the superiority die. 1 plus Now, is it going to add the thing from the thing? Yes, it did. So he takes 11 damage from that. That could have been better.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah. Is that
I
total?
don't think that included your orc die. You've got superiority die, a regular crit, which is 2 to the
1d8
d8s.
plus 5. It rolled. So, oh yeah, no, that's just the crit. That's the double dice right there, I believe.
So I think you've got
So one more d8. Yeah. Plus 5. So 16.
Oh.
And
He
he's
is hurt.
if he's not
badly.
unconscious yet,
Not unconscious.
every time
He's
I attack
mangled a
twice.
bit from your blows. It's dislocated his arm and.
Yeah, so this is the next one. That should hit. I'm going to take my advantage in case it crits again. Nope, okay, no crit, so just regular. And that is 9 more bludgeoning damage.
Drops unconscious.
Okay, cool.
Just kind of a. Yeah. Okay, guys, you've got
So
this
she's
old
like,
tattered
she's
man.
like, no!
Ben Richten will move in quickly and say, stop, he's out. We've got to, hand me your rope,
Hey guys, I'm gonna put the kids to bed. I'll be right back.
Hey, just toss him into the ocean.
And I'll take the rope and kind of tie it around his face and mouth region so that he cannot verbalize anything. And I'll
Okay.
also grab whatever spell components I see on his person.
Give me a dex
rummage
check.
through real quick. Dexterity check. That should be okay. Like an ability check?
Yeah.
Which one am I looking for here? Like a sleight of hand? Like a acrobatics?
Acrobatics.
Okay. 23.
You tie him up like a pro. This is not your first rodeo. I mean,
No, it is not.
He is
Yara
tied
looks
up
at him and raises
well.
an eyebrow.
Yeah.
And then I'll tell Yara, pick him up. Let's move back up here.
Yep.
I pick him up.
He's tall, but he doesn't weigh that much. He's all tied up really tightly, like it's efficient.
There's like a handle to carry him by.
Yeah. You get 2. You can just.
And then I'll ask the rest of the party, do we have any more of that diamond dust? Someone, diamond dust.
Oh, yes, we do.
I need some. Could I use some, please? We don't have much time.
Yes, I guess I'll drop my spirit guardian and walk. No. Yeah, I'll hand you some.
Okay, and then I'll try to cast my spell scroll of greater restoration.
Okay. You cast it. And as you cast it, you feel the magic come from the scroll and enter into his body and wash over him. And that's that.
And it says I can end one effect, including a charm or petrification, reduction to ability score, or hit maximum, or one curse. And I'm going to try to remove a curse.
Yep.
All right, he's asleep.
He's asleep.
I'll say, well, let's see if that worked. Everyone, be cautious.
Yara is going to go right here where she can look out over the cliff, and she's going to roll her bedroll out and start doing yoga.
Well, if the remove curse didn't work, we can throw him in our corpse wagon. Just add him to the pile.
There, actually, yeah. So Yara's over here doing the sun salutation.
So
Are we gonna fly back to the wagon?
Are you guys going to heal him, or are you going to take him back to the wagon? What are you doing?
No, I'll do some healing too on him.
Okay.
I'll see if I can bring him back up. How hard does he look? Does he look like he needs a
It's like a
ton?
half-orc hit him with a hammer a bunch of times.
Yeah, I mean, you probably need to heal him, or he's going to have to start making death saves, so.
Okay. Well, meta will just, I can't remember because I always confuse the two Pathfinderness. Will a small cure wounds, will it take off one of his death saves, or will it bring him back?
It'll bring him back.
Okay.
Are we tying him completely up?
Okay.
Nope.
He gets 2
yeah,
points.
he's manacled and mouth bound and no spell components.
Yeah, no pants.
Yeah, so he's at 10, and
I didn't take his pants off.
Oh, I.
You imagined that part.
No, I did. No. He won't go anywhere without these.
He's tied up in the,
Got his Reeboks.
you can see that he's moving around, but not having much luck getting out of those bonds. He just kind of hangs there limply.
Should we go back to the wagon?
I think we're okay right here for now.
The sword starts sending images to your mind, Syrdath, asking you to like cut the bonds on his mouth.
Okay.
No, before I'll cast sending, which gives me a chance to speak with him and get a quick response back.
Sure.
And I'll ask him. What do I want to ask him? Well, wizard, have you had enough yet?
Wizard. Boy, I am Mordenkainen. I was sent here to destroy Strahd but a year ago. And in that battle, my mind was destroyed. And I think that's about 25 words.
Yeah. So I'll probably look at Fest and say, well, we can untie him. Well, let me give an Arcana check first if I can to see if my character recognizes that name. Because I as a player do, but I don't know if he is that okay, Jason?
Yeah, that's fine.
20 Arcana. Do I know who Mordenkainen is?
You've heard of Mordenkainen. I mean, he's pretty famous among the wizarding world, and you've traveled around enough to know. He's almost like you. He goes out for great evil and tries to strike it out, but he's more of a... He goes after good, too. He tries to keep balance. So if there's too much good, he balances that out. If there's too much evil, he balances that out.
I don't think we have to worry about too much good in our party. So I'll say he's okay, and then I'll start undoing his mouth gag.
Are you going to take off the manacles, too?
I don't know that I have the key to that, so probably not. Unless Syrdath wants to do it.
So, when I take his gag off, what happens?
Gag off. What happens?
He let's see. He'll his robes and stuff start getting nicer. All the little cracks and dirt fall off, and he looks more stately and clean. And his eyes seem real piercing, like they're looking into your soul, kind of. And he's like, "Quick, get me out of this. I'll take you to my mansion. We can talk there."
Syrdath,
do you mind using your key on these manacles here?
While I'm eagle form, should I fly and go get Irina's corpse?
And your elf friend?
No, the elf friend. It's gone.
No, we left it there.
No, we left it there.
He's just sitting in
He's
the
just
wagon.
sitting in the
Oh
wagon.
no, he's gone too. No, he left with Strahd.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah,
Right.
Strahd took
Oh,
over.
right. Yeah, Strahd took
So
over.
it's just the corpse. Should I go back real quick since I'm in eagle form? I can't cast polymorph again. I can't cast polymorph again today.
Yeah, I say go grab her.
Yeah, I
Well,
say
can
go
you
grab
get
her.
her out of the wagon?
Well, can you get her out of the wagon?
I think I could just grab the. I think I could just grab the.
Is the wagon closed?
Is the wagon closed?
Yeah.
I guess it is, isn't it?
I can fly.
I can fly with another person, and they can get them out, and then I can fly them both back.
I'll go with you.
Quick.
go with you.
Syrdath, was
Okay.
it? The manacles.
Adam, you're muted. Adam, you're muted.
Could you read lips on that one?
Could you read lips on that one?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Of course. And I've
take the manacles off.
take the manacles
Sorry,
off.
we had to resort.
Sorry, we had to resort to such brash measures.
Understood. Had you tried that when I had my spellbook and staff, it might have been a different story. But should we wait on the a wizard? Was he Marick?
Yes.
Yes.
We should wait. He has a
We
friend
should
of
wait.
ours
He has
who
a friend of ours who is
also part of our problem.
also part of our problem.
Well, I'll just I'll just sit here and take a short rest if you don't mind. And he'll just kind of sit down and rest up a bit and kind of glance at all of you and try to take in a bit of you as Marick polymorphs, stays eagle and flies back to where the carnival wagon was, correct?
With Fest.
With Fest.
With Fest.
Yeah.
As well.
Okay, as you guys approach, give me a perception check, Fest or Marick. I guess the eagle has advantage, I think.
Yeah, keen sight.
Yeah.
Yeah, keen sight.
Yeah.
That's 23.
As you get to the wagon, you can see that it's the back of the wagon's left open, and it's just been ripped open, and yeah. And as you get closer, you can see the whole coffin's missing.
Well, no point in landing.
No point in landing.
Well, hold on.
Back around.
Well, hold on. Is there anything important in this wagon we need to get besides her?
The horses, by the way, are dead.
They weren't like that when we left, Jason.
They weren't like that when we left, Jason.
You know how we get.
You know how we get.
They're bled out and on the ground.
And horses turn to vampires.
And you see on the back door, kind of floating, is a dagger stabbed into that invitation Strahd had originally sent you to come to dinner at Castle Ravenloft. The same invitation is stuck up there, and it's kind of the invite itself is underlined in blood, maybe from the horses. You don't know.
I'm gonna
tell Marick to get me closer. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take the invitation.
I wonder if that means we're still invited.
You rip it off and you take it with you.
Roll it up.
And you guys fly back, and everyone's still sitting on the cliffside there, and Mordenkainen's just sitting there. At least the gentleman who said he was Mordenkainen is still sitting there, and he's just kind of waiting on you patiently.
Okay. I'm just gonna walk up to everybody.
That's sitting there dramatically, and I'm
drop the invitation on the ground.
Drop the invitation on the ground.
I see. I see you've gathered some of the relics, the sun sword, and have you gained anything else? The tome of Strahd.
I'll pull up my amulet and show it to him.
The amulet of Ravenkind. Great. You're just one item away.
I dispel polymorph.
I myself did not speak with Madame Eva, but I am familiar with her prophecies. She reads for all adventurers that come in, but I didn't need her foretelling.
I think you've seen this.
Yep.
Sun sword.
And he'll kind of do an odd.
Are you sure?
Well, I have matters of my own to attend to, and I've taken quite a beating from the strong woman over there. Come this way. Don't dawdle. Come on. And he'll start walking down the cliffside.
Yeah, I'll follow.
Okay, you guys follow around. It takes about 15 minutes of winding down the cliffside until you get to this kind of secluded, foresty area. You can tell it looks like someone's been traveling back and forth there. He's like, I've been staying here for a good part of a year, and you round the bend, and there's a shimmering door in place, and he just opens it up and walks in. Do you enter?
I will.
As you enter, you see just an ornate foyer that's way too big, and it's hardwood stained. You can see a spiral staircase going up. It opens up into another room that has a burning fireplace going, and several chairs laid out, and teacups and coffee cups setting out. And it's very comfortable in here and very warm. There's some old rugs that are like old owlbear rugs and stuff spread out on the floor. And he just kind of walks over and gestures to the seat and says, sit down. And welcome to my magnificent mansion. And the door just closes behind you.
Is everybody else in here too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make sure I wasn't alone.
Make sure I wasn't alone, stranger danger, some dude's man.
Peter, it's come.
Yeah. And as he's there, he says, "The servants will bring you whatever you'd like if you want." And some spectral servants in like butler attire. You can see kind of outlines of like suit coats and stuff come by, and they're bringing you like little hors d'oeuvres and stuff. Just let me know if you want anything. We can get it for you here. I've kind of, this is a spell I invented, so.
Any way you could teach that to me. Any way you could teach that to me.
Or any other spell.
Or any other spells you may know.
Well, I don't have my spell book on me right now, so everything I've got here is up in my head, and I've had to slowly regain my spells per day through arcane recovery and other means.
You know where your spellbook is?
You know where your spellbook is?
No, but as soon as we're done here, I will go get it. So.
Okay. If you don't know where it's at, how
are you going to go get it?
I can find a great many things. And eventually I may help you with your battle against Strahd, as I would love to seek his demise. But my magical items are not for the likes of you. I know what greed and the allure of power can do to men and women. And I best get my staff and my book on my own. But while you're here, you can rest up, recover. All of your needs will be met too. I've got guest bedrooms prepared for you, up the stairs and on the right. And let's see.
I have a couple questions for you if you don't mind before we rest up.
Have you heard of a wizard?
Named Kazan?
Kazan. Can't say that I have. I do know of. Are you all from, what world do you hail from? I myself am from Oerth. It's O-E-R-T-H. And I'm the leader of a powerful group of adventurers, a mighty group known as the Circle of Eight. But I decided to come here by myself and try to take out Strahd about a year ago.
I'm from Faerun.
I do know Elminster of Shadowdale, if any of you are from Forgotten Realms.
Everyone's heard of Elminster.
Everyone's heard of Elminster.
He's an old friend of mine. He just kind of name drops. Sits back and drinks his tea.
Do you know of any other people of interest in this area that might be of use?
All of the adventurers that came before me died. I stirred up the populace and led a revolt, and we were put down. Had a mighty battle with Strahd, but at the end, I didn't count in the fact that he controls pretty much everything on this plane. Takes another sip.
We saw a shimmering light
atop his tower, and there's a similar glow whenever we tried to attack him in the past. Do you know anything about that?
Yes, I believe that's what protected him last time I fought. It's some kind of heart of darkness, I'm told, that's in the tower. I should have taken it out first before fighting him. I think it gives him a certain amount of protection. And even my magics couldn't break through all that damage. All the damage and cause actual harm. I think I drew a few drops of blood before he sent me crashing into the waterfall. So tell me about yourselves. I told you quite a lot.
I am a researcher who's working on my dissertation prior to being so rudely
transported into this realm through the mist.
I'll tell you what I can do for you. All the books I've ever read are located in the library, which is in the south wing of the mansion.
A library? Well,
A library?
sir,
If you mind, may I please be excused? I'll gladly go and
do some research.
Research.
You may be excused. One of the servants will take you. Jeeves comes up, and the spectral servant is waiting for you.
Have you ever heard of never mind.
Well, never mind. I was wondering if you might help me find a friend of mine named Higgins, but
that might be seen him.
If you've never seen him.
I don't recall ever meeting a Higgins.
The magical armor. Animated armor.
Enough with you, boy. Go study. Do whatever you wish.
Okay. Marick Ulrich,
Glee
to the library.
If you have any, you would need magical paper to transcribe the spells down. Yeah. Yeah, good fine quality paper and ink.
Yeah. Do you have any good quality?
Unfortunately, no. Everything here is it's only real in this dimension. It once you leave, it disappears.
Okay. We haven't had a chance to go.
Shopping yet.
Yeah. So I have a question. You said you were missing some items just now.
I'm missing my spell book and my staff, but I will locate those shortly, I'm sure. And
how are you casting magic?
How are you casting magic without your spell book?
Certain wizards of my level can recover spells through an ability we have. It's a slow process, and I don't get them all back immediately, but over time I was able to get some of my spells back. And I didn't use all of them against Strahd, just quite a bit. Did you think that was really as strong as I was? And he kind of smiles at you.
So, can you help us?
Then? Like, since we're all kind of in the same, on the same team.
I can help you in a certain degree, and I believe before you leave my mansion, I will give you a boon. But as you are here, rest, relax, and please do not annoy me. This is my home. You have guest rights. Be proper guests.
Well, in that case, I unstring my lute out.
I pull my lute out and start playing some music.
He taps a foot to it. Give me a performance.
All right.
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, it's a jaunty tune. You guys are just in a, you were just in a bit of a fight, so it's not your best work, but everyone's tired, and yeah, and the fire's crackling and roaring, and this is probably the nicest place you've ever been to since coming to Barovia. I mean, it just feels different. It feels like you're not even in the sad, depressing place you were in, and it almost feels like a terrible dream being in this magnificent mansion.
Does Marick learn anything?
The books actually, I mean, he's read a lot, like a lot, and there you can find some, there are books about some of the research into making this mansion and things like that, and some of his travels. There are books on the Circle of Eight and his comrades and their adventures. There's all kinds of books. I mean, the library is very, very well-to-do.
Anything specifically on Strahd?
Or Strahd's castle?
Yeah, there are some books in there about lore, about a vampire, and give me a intelligence check.
Or investigation?
Investigation. Yeah, you find some books detailing this plane and some of the history, like about maybe 400 years ago is when the curse fell upon these lands, and the whole town of Barovia just disappeared. And rumor has it, through his research, that you found that the best way to get in is with the Vistani.
Okay. Do I find any notes about?
Do I find any notes about what he found for spells that will work?
Some. You see the process it took him to make this mansion, and it was quite a lot of work to come up with a spell. And then the spell became kind of notoriety, like other wizards started learning it and stuff, and they even call it Mordenkainen's Magnificent Mansion.
Well, right, I get that.
Well, right, I get that, but I've noticed that my conjure elementals and stuff like that. My mage hand looks different.
That you gather, the research shows that you're probably not in the same plane anymore. You're probably, this world of Barovia is probably somewhere on the demi-plane of Dread. So generally that's probably where you are.
Okay. Marick drops down a bunch of notes.
Marick drops down a bunch of notes and all that.
Everyone else, is there anything else you guys want to talk about with Mordenkainen?
Yeah. Now that you're more yourself,
what are your plans?
I'm going to get my book, get my staff, reconstitute myself at full power, and then I may be paying Strahd a visit. I want out of this place badly. But as I failed last time, I fear perhaps my destiny is not to take him down. Perhaps it is yours.
Ben Rigdon will kind of mumble under his breath and say, "Coward."
Coward. Huh. Wise enough to know when I've been beat. I do not want to stumble around for another year without my wits.
Do you have any idea where your staff and book might be?
If I did, I would not tell. I would not tell.
Help you look for it.
Strangers I've just met.
Fair enough, friend.
Can you describe them in case we find them?
No. I think I'll locate it through my own magical means, and I'll retrieve it shortly. If you get it before I do, know that I'll be paying you a visit soon.
Well then, by all means,
if we find it, we'll hold it for you.
I guess. We've encountered many strange things around here.
Besides fighting Strahd,
do you know much about the land?
Do you know much about the land? Or did you come here explicitly to
fight? A year ago, I raised a rebellion, and we stormed Castle Ravenloft and had a great battle. I believe the people of Barovia, that's when their spirits finally broke. I think they thought in me they had a champion, and that we could defeat Strahd and free this realm of the horrors he's wrought. Fortunately, in this mansion, I'm protected from his eyes, his scrying, and his servants. And I was smart enough, at least in my forgetful stupor, to be paranoid and to protect my mind and to survive off the land and not go into town. Strahd has eyes and servants everywhere, and he's had several hundred years to worm his way into the minds of the populace here.
I'll look at him. I'll look at him and say, "Well, wizard, I know your. Well, wizard, I know your mistake. You gave Strahd the most valuable thing that he could possibly have."
What's that?
Your own arrogance. Your own arrogance.
That makes him smile, and he smiles and he says, "Well, I will recover my book, and I will recover my staff. A wizard is not much without those. But once I recover those, perhaps I'll meet up with you and help you in your endeavors. You do, I take it, seek to destroy Strahd, as the adventurers before you have."
We do, and unlike others, we don't plan to give up.
Well, on that note,
I am going to interrupt.
This conversation right here. Hey, and Syrdath even stands up and does like a little flourish, like, "Well, gentlemen, we have other pressing issues as well, and such I would really like a little bit of advice here. Would say we have a friend
went a little crazy in the Amber Temple and made a bunch of deals by touching the Amber sarcophagi, and it was a really bad idea, and we tried to talk her out of it, but she had lost her mind. And then would say she got turned into a vampire, and then we subdued her and staked her and left her in a coffin, and then we don't have the coffin. I guess what I'm trying to ask you is, how do we turn her back? And how do we save her soul from these contracts that she has? I know there's spells to bring one back to life. I assume that would work with a vampire, but what magical means would one use to break contracts with these entities? I've heard rumors that I think on a wish, but that's really out of my wheelhouse. Any advice you could give us, E.T.? Sipsy glass of wine that he does not need, but it feels good. It's like smoking. You need something to do with your hands.
He actually sits down to that and he gives a pregnant pause. And he says, "Well, lad, I can tell you that the dark powers are not to be trifled with here. Strahd made a deal with one, so they say. And that's how he became the vampire he is. I think anyone who makes a pact with them risks losing their immortal soul. And when the powers have run their course and they've used up all the power that's been granted, these dark deities of old claim them and take them for eternal torment. So, while your friend may have been human once, I think they've given that up. I think perhaps a wish could save them, for her, perhaps not. But I would consider them lost for all purposes. It's beyond my means to bring someone back from that kind of evil."
Things that are stolen can be restolen, I guess you could say.
Perhaps. I'm not going to say there aren't magics out there that even I don't know about, but I've traveled quite some time, and I've been to many worlds, and I can tell you, those that make deals with those ancient dark entities, I've even had tell that a servant of the Undying King is here. Vecna left some remains in this world. So, I would just say be careful. There are dark powers here that one does not trifle with and one does not accept blessings from, because they're ultimately curses.
We appreciate your time. I'm going to yield the scene to, but
would you all like to camp here out of character?
Oh yeah.
Both out and in. Yara,
oh, it is super comfortable, and the servants really do bring you whatever you ask for. Your rooms are stately and nice. Full top campy beds with really, really soft, nice linens and pillows and chamber pots that get emptied immediately.
Ooh, chamber pots.
Ooh, yeah,
I have one more question for you.
I have one more question for you.
We've come across another
seemingly powerful being. He's an abbot here.
A ways off.
He lives with a bunch of people who are maybe partial beasts. And
he thought he could strike a deal with
Strahd by giving him
We also had met his son.
And I just didn't know if you knew anything about him, if he could be trusted.
I had some interaction with the abbot in my time here. I would say I believe he's been corrupted. You could tell he believes he's doing the right thing, but Strahd has this corrupting effect on everything in these lands. I don't know if you've seen it yourself since you've been here, but if you seek to reach out and touch Strahd's humanity, you will find that he has none. There is no common ground with this devil. He must be destroyed, and hopefully destroyed quickly before it can bring any more harm to the ones who live here. The ones who live here, I found that they're soulless. Perhaps 1 in 10 is just a walking, empty shell, full of fear and cowardice. Everyone else appears to be reincarnations of beings that have lived hundreds of years ago, except for the Dusk Elves, which are the only things left are the males, and all the females have been killed long ago. So that's what I know of these lands. Be careful with the Vistani. They all work for Strahd, and although they can seem nice and they seem to be enjoying themselves here, they're probably the only ones that are. And with that, he floats up to his feet and bids you goodnight. And he doesn't walk, he just glides. And glides all the way up the stairs and goes into the master chamber, and the door closes behind him.
Seems a bit excessive.
Seems a bit excessive.
So, let's have a real talk moment.
Let's have a real talk moment here, real quick. That
was the only plan.
That was the only plan I could come up with.
Didn't like how we ended off.
Didn't like how we ended off with
Arena. Excuse me. And I don't know.
I don't know.
Do you think it's worth it?
Do you think it's worth it? Do you think the scroll? I kind of looked toward Van Richten.
Is he Richten or Rick?
Is he Richten or Rick? I don't know.
Van Richten.
I kind of looked toward him
Van
about
Richten.
that.
I kind of looked toward him about that. Like, would this
route
possibly
that,
be a
would
route that
I would really also.
I would really also like to see if we could do something
with Ark. Things were a little hectic.
Things were a little hectic
And
beforehand.
I don't know if I made my point clear.
And I don't know if I made my point clear, but
he appeared to me, and I watched them take him.
And I watched them take him.
Watch who take it?
Just spirits. I can't. He was
Spirits.
There's a dark deity with a black robe, the same one that gave him the ghoulish physique and the power to raise.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Raise the dead.
Describe that.
Describe that.
I fear our friend.
I fear our friend.
Has paid the ultimate price.
Has paid the ultimate price.
You know,
and
do something.
If we could do something to help them, that would be great.
Van Richten will pause for a little while. You can see where he's holding on to the back of a chair. His knuckles will whiten from gripping it very difficult. They're very, very strong.
And after a while, he'll release his grip and say,
Ark is lost.
Ark is lost.
Your other friend is lost as well. We can't keep trying to save the things that are slipping through our fingers. Very soon we're going to run out of time. If we're going to rid Barovia of the evil of Strahd, we have what we need. I think we shouldn't wait any longer. The only thing that waiting does capitalizes on every single mistake that we make. He's got Irina. He's got Trill. We keep looking for other things to do, and it's only brought ruin so far.
The parchment with the invitation fest that you have, the blood on it soaks into it, and on the back of it, an invitation to the wedding of Strahd and Irina pops up on the back.
Everyone. I'm gonna hold it up.
And it's written in blood.
Seems.
And it's to all of Barovia. And it's to take place in 5 days.
So Mordecai said 3 artifacts, I think, or others. So it sounds like there's something else that
we have to get to maybe we can face Strahd.
Feel confident in it,
but the prophecies that we were given. I've been looking these up.
That's right.
3 of them dealt with dealt with things that I think sound like they're inside the castle. The first one. So card 1, the warrior. Knowledge of the ancient will help you understand the enemy. That which we seek lies in the womb of darkness, the devil's lair, the one place to which he must return. Then there's the sun sword which we found. The seer, which leads us to Strahd, says this card will lead you to him. He waits for you in a place of wisdom, warmth, and despair. Great secrets are there. And then the ghost. This card sheds light on one who will help you greatly in the battle. Stir the spirit of the clumsy knight whose crypt lies deep within the castle. And I think those are all in Ravenloft. The other two, the sun sword and the symbol we got.
Of course, John also asks about any way to cure the abbot.
Well, since Marick's not there, I typed it.
I thought we were just doing table talk too at that point.
Sorry.
Sorry. Some food is brought to you. You have a good meal. It's getting at some point you guys start getting a bit tired.
I mean, just going back to the table. I assume we all, Jason, we all rest at some point. Just to keep the table talk. Just to keep the table talk. Then what Adam was saying. We could try to see if there's any way to get Trevor out from being bound to the temple, and maybe have him be useful, or Biggins. If we're looking at mounting an attack. And if there's no way to cure the abbot, I feel like he's going to be more risk than worth it at this point.
I say we take the time. I say we take the time to study the description that we got of Castle Ravenloft from the Ember Temple for those places that were described. If there's a crypt deep within the castle where the clumsy knight might be, and a place of wisdom, warmth, and despair with great secrets. And a womb of darkness, the lair to which you must return. We can look for those three things. That'll give us places to try to find within the castle.
Possible that the Amber Temple was. That's where he made the deal. Since that's where he made the deal. Eventually, he'll have to go back. Thing he released would go back.
But it was not worm there.
And I assume Marick's looking through the library for things on the related to that stuff. I don't know if the library would have any of that.
Some in his preparation for the attack, he's got description of the gates and the defenses, and there are gargoyle statues up on top, and he was quite concerned about some of those.
Any secret ways in or passages.
Well, he knows Strahd's been teleporting himself around Barovia. You would get that much. So there's probably some kind of teleportation circle inside of the castle itself. The castle was built by a mage, and a powerful one back in the day. There are all kinds of magics and foul evils in that building. Mordenkainen never made it inside himself. So.
Hey Jason.
Hey
Jason. My wife just texted me. She's got an upset stomach and is home with kids. I'm going to have to go. You all please keep going. And whatever plans you make up, just let me know. But Van Richten will kind of be off drinking black coffee and doing his own thing while you all enjoy the finer benefits of camaraderie. All right.
Hope she feels better.
Take care, man.
Yeah, she should be fine, but these things pop up. I'm here in Frankfort, and she's home in Lexington, so I'm gonna go and give her a break. All right, guys.
Have a good
one. Okay. Any other talk you guys want to do before turning in and going to bed?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still thinking about the tarot cards too. A little bit. Because one of them, like the whole the womb with darkness and stuff, is different than the cold one. But it makes me wonder if that was either his coffin or it could be the Amber Temple. I agree with. I wonder too with the seer. It says your enemy is a creature of darkness whose powers are beyond mortality. I guess the next part is talking about him. But it says wisdom. Never mind. Yeah. Part of me was like, I wonder if we could revive Trevor somehow if he had some answers. But
obviously a lich might be. Like I said, those are things. We're seeking allies. Maybe ask Mordecai in the morning. If he would know of a way to obtain those things from the temple. The temple, because obviously that's outside. Knowledgeable. Other than that, trying to find a way into the castle somehow. Preferably not. Through the front door. Does that seem any way that? And can we just assume that in game you guys come to American library or okay?
Sure. Oh yeah.
Okay. Sure.
It's a vast library.
That way we don't have to keep doing a table talk necessarily talking character, because these are things that Marick would be thinking. I fear to give Strahd any more of an advantage. I feel like walking straight through without at least trying to get in by other means would give him an advantage. I don't know a good way to get in there. I worry about using a teleportation spell. And I did find that we are in a demi plane called the Dread Plane, which is a subsection of the Shadow Realm. So we're no longer on the material plane.
There's no way to get back that you found?
Not that I know.
You can make pockets in this world into other dimensions, but you can't really travel there. You can create a dimension in here and walk through it, but summoning stuff from outside of the planes is difficult. Communicating outside of the plane is difficult, and in fact, there are some notes you saw. What are you doing, Athena? There are some notes you saw that say that Strahd can even hijack greater divination spells and stuff, trying to reach deities, because he's the deity here. He's the lord of these lands.
Huh.
And he's actually used it in the past to corrupt others, acting like he was their deity, communicating with them.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, there's a lot of useful information in here. I think that there has to be some other way other than teleportation circles, which we would have to have. I would have to know the spell. Which I do have. I think that spell in the book I took from the child. But the problem with that is I would need a teleportation circle inside the manor, and I don't believe character Jason. I don't believe I saw that in the picture at all. I didn't see any teleportation circles.
No. No, and you broke the one on the floor that would go to the Amber Temple.
Yeah, but that doesn't go there. So that doesn't go there,
yeah.
So it wouldn't have done any good. The only other one I know of that we saw was in that tower near the flames heading towards the Amber Temple. The witch that tried to subdue
a
Fiona or whatever. There's a chance that she has.
A teleportation circle there.
And maybe she might even know of one that leads to Strahd's castle.
I think the way Irina described it, it was probably a summoning circle to summon demonic or infernal beings. As you recall.
Okay.
Yara.
Yara.
Go ahead, John.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, John.
Yara, that's where I was going to go next. You were in there. Did you happen to see anything that looks like a teleportation circle? And I pulled up a picture.
Yara, you would recall going to a chamber where they had different colored stones, and if you threw a stone into the fire, it would change the color of the fire, and that's how you got to the Amber Temple. You threw in an amber stone as you were rushing out, and it created a portal that you went through, and it took you directly to the Amber Temple, to the teleportation circle.
I will relay this
to the group.
So, but you saw no circles then.
No, the floor looked pretty normal.
It was.
I was
just guessing on what I was doing anyway. Really, it was kind of an emergency at the time.
But I
didn't see anything that looked anything like that.
Jason, since Mordecai
didn't make it into the
castle, did he notice any particular
barriers or anything like that?
No, I mean his fight pretty much. He got to the castle and it was a big sorcerer wizard fight. I mean lightning bolts and I mean it was a crazy battle between Strahd and Mordenkainen, and Strahd ended up winning that one towards the end. No matter how much damage he rained upon Strahd, it just didn't. Barely seemed to stick. Maybe because of that Heart of Darkness was protecting him. Maybe because Strahd has much more power over these lands than Mordenkainen himself. But for whatever reason, this great archmage lost a battle with Strahd.
At
some point, I think the
prudent thing would be to try.
There are gargoyles, but I wonder if we could maybe
sneak and fly up
straight to the tower to remove the heart.
That paper said it was a wedding invitation, right? Like they're gonna need to set up. We could try sneaking in with the staff.
I have a feeling that
Strahd has his own staff.
That's already there. I would be hard pressed to believe that
this invitation is anything other than
a invitation to death.
I would imagine though that he would have this heart protected. If it is what's keeping him alive, he probably has like a lot of magic guards around it.
But we have to make it a target. I kind of have a feeling that's where Mordecai failed. He couldn't make it past whatever protection this heart gave. Then we would obviously not be able to do that either.
I think nothing changes.
I think we need to go look for the wizard.
That would probably be the
wisest.
He worked with Strahd. He may have knowledge of this heart that we speak of.
The wizard that built the castle?
Yeah, the one who did the sword.
Yeah, the one who did the sword.
Oh, who broke the sword? That was, so the sword will flash images of like hundreds of years ago is when this wizard existed. Like, so you're getting the gradation of time. And the images the sword sends you is just, that was a very long time ago. Most human wizards don't live that long.
Well,
does the sword know the wizard's name?
My paper does, yeah.
My paper does, yeah.
It was.
Hold on.
Sword.
Kazan.
Yeah.
Kazan.
And I already asked Mordecai about it. So Kazan's also the one who made that tower.
And also who made
Higgins.
At least I assume, since
Kazan's was
important to Higgins.
Okay. So that may be a dead end. All right.
Maybe a dead end. All right.
I really don't know.
The sword hopes he's dead. You get images of the sword like stabbing him.
Later, I'm actually going to try talking to the sword. Go ahead.
There's no guarantee that he's dead. I mean, it's a weird place. And also, powerful wizard. Lots of resources.
You could show him the image of the wizard that you saw that was in that amber sarcophagi. The image that you're looking at.
Yeah, I'll try to flash.
Yeah, I'll try to flash the image to him.
Okay. Worth a shot.
What if it was Trevor?
I think Trevor is a false.
I think Trevor is a false hope for us too. There's a reason that he's a lich and in an amber temple to begin with. I think retrieving him.
Of course, we already gave up the
opportunity to do anything with him after the last session.
Yeah, I don't know if he'd be willing to help us.
I don't know if he'd be willing to help us anyway.
Well, I mean, he's bound there.
Like
I said, I don't know if there's
I don't know if there's a way to remove.
The shield guardian.
I'm trying to figure out any advantage we could possibly get here before you go. And
it seems like our only option.
At the moment is kind of to go to the wedding,
or,
I guess.
If
it's a wedding going to be at Castle Ravenloft.
Oh, of course.
Oh, of course.
Maybe we can scope out the area. We got a couple days. Maybe we could
get
scope out the area.
supplies.
Get supplies, then scope out the area and see if there's
maybe another way in.
You recall rumors that the town of Barovia has been overrun by zombies.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on going back to
Barovia. I don't know
what
going there would be a benefit of.
Unless Barovia is so close,
there might be a secret way into the castle from there. I can't imagine I find.
From the church, you could see it's the castle, and where you could see your vantage point. It's up on a cliffside, like a really, really high cliffside overlooking the town. If there's a way in from the town, it's extremely far away from the castle. Vertically.
I guess we could sleep on it.
We got a bunch of birds.
Yeah. We might notice a cave or something.
On the cliffside.
I think we'll need
to scope it out and look.
Maybe we spend a day
just
to see if we can find a better way in.
Well, I've got the ability to protect us from scrying. So we can get enough like crushed diamond or whatever. Or find that way, then we can sneak in perhaps. Fairly easy, at least without Strahd detecting us. He seems to be interested in us, even though he's gotten what he's wanted.
And I will say, for the Greater Restoration scroll that Corey used, you don't need spell components for that. It's all put into the scroll. So I think the scroll itself took care of that.
Okay. Cool. So do we want? Okay. So if we decide to sneak into the castle, do we go for the heart immediately, or do we see if we can find the other things in the
Well, it depends.
It depends what we're closest to.
If we sneak in the castle and we're close to other objectives,
I say we don't meet those objectives first. If we're
close enough to the heart,
it
might be a benefit
to make a play on it.
I guess my point is,
I say we take advantage of what we have in front of us when we get to that point.
If that makes sense.
I will say that, and
I will say that,
notes after notes after
notes after notes.
I will say that this has been
I will say that this has been a fruitful encounter with
Mordecai.
Mordecai.
I am going to be sad to
have to leave this
fictional library.
I wonder what boon he'll give us tomorrow. He said he'll give us tomorrow. He said he'd provide us with something to help us.
Hopefully, it's a way
to not be detected by Strahd. That would be most beneficial.
Hopefully that lasts for
a while, though.
Like I said, it's unfortunate, but I feel like the abbot might be a lost cause, it sounds like, unless we can figure out a way to cure him of Strahd's influence and corruption.
I'm gonna like lower my voice.
A little bit. Not to be paranoid. That is to assume that
our host is who he says he is, and knows what he knows. They're taking a lot at face value.
Perhaps we should
ask him about the
Wizard Wines,
who have proven to be allies to us.
If we get his taken and put
on Dove,
that might give us some
insight into his.
We'll say judgment on people here.
I'm gonna hold up a hand.
I'm gonna hold up a hand and tap my head and tap at yours.
That's what we'll
start thinking. I'm gonna be like, don't give him any more hints.
Don't give him any more hints out loud, just in case. I'm not trying to be totally paranoid, but Strahd has impersonated several people in the past.
We walked straight into strange mages. I'm gonna start looking around a little bit.
The fire's crackling down. Are you guys in the library still, or are you? Yeah, the library's got a small fireplace there as well, and it's well lit. It's got torches that are just permanently alight and never seem to burn out. And reading, it's very easy to read in here. And you look around and it's just really nice and ornate. Perhaps a bit pretentious. But it's a very fancy mansion, and it's got everything that you could desire in a mansion is here. I mean, it's all the comforts of home.
I think this. Syrdath. And I'm thinking this loud, so everybody. I'm kind of surprised that Mordecai doesn't know anything about Kazan.
And Mordekainen. It's not Mordecai is a different.
Mordekainen doesn't know anything about Kazan. We've been here less time than he has, and we've already picked up on that wizard's trail.
It's also. There's a bit of arrogance to it. That may be an explanation. Or we've just walked into the mall of something horrible.
Oops, I didn't say that.
I wouldn't have been privy to your all's conversation.
Okay, so
it
is quite bizarre.
It is quite bizarre.
We may be a wedding gift.
It's kind of funny that Strahd is able to take Irina the second that we leave the wagon unattended for a matter of moments.
It's probably longer than that. You guys had to fly over the river, the lake, and you had the encounter, and you fly back. I mean, it took some time, but Strahd also took Irina and Trill and your elven friend took your elven friend and Trill, and then he would have learned that Irina was in that state, and then he would have come back for her. So
I'm afraid we have to be reactive at this moment, my friends.
Well, I still think we should go get supplies. Pressed prior to. And I think that should probably be our next stop. Should we rest here in shifts? That way, if anyone notices anything, you can wake the others.
Syrdath over there who doesn't sleep.
Sure.
Yeah, don't sleep. I mean, I need
I need to rest, but. Yeah, sure. I'll take.
I'll take the first watch. Or
I think we. I don't think. I don't think it's a good idea to leave. Yara, what's your opinion of this? I feel like it's not a cage until we actually make a move.
Right now, it's a pretty little plane. So
we can. Most comfortable place we've been at. So far. Jason, do I know of this spell?
You've heard. I think you probably have heard of it. It's a famous spell. It's definitely outside of your reach. I think it's like an 8th level spell, 9th level.
Okay.
Yara on the note of Syrdath's comment about whether it's cage or not is just gonna get up and walk to the front door and see if it opens. She's not going out. She's not going out.
Yeah,
She's trying to open it.
Looks out into a dark, kind of overcast land. It's drizzling a bit outside.
She's gonna shrug. Close the door, turn around. If it's a trap. He didn't spring it yet. So as long as we do set a watch, we'll be all right. And I'm not super good at all this magic stuff. We don't really do that a lot where I'm from. I mostly get paid to hit things really hard. But you guys seem pretty cool. And this Strahd guy. I've only been here for like a couple weeks. And this place is terrible. And if it's his fault, then I'll hit him for free. You guys just point me and leave the rest to me.
There's no question we need to deal with Strahd. And I'm thinking this, by the way. But I do wonder, since we are in the dread demi-plane, what happens once the mist? What happens once Strahd is defeated? I don't know if we might want to look for means of escape. I don't know if Barovia would return back to the material world or not. So perhaps. Do we even know it came from there? Like what? Like the material plane. The material plane. I have no idea. Would it say that?
Yeah, you think this valley was once? I mean, Strahd came here and settled it. He was his family and everything came here and they built the castle. I mean, you got some history of that, not a lot. Mordenkainen wouldn't know all of it. But at one point it was probably, I mean, you gather from the research, it was probably part of the material plane in some world, on one of the worlds, whether Forgotten Realms or, Greyhawk or whatever.
If we can at least get to the material plane, we might be able to find our way back to our own respective realms from there. My hope is that that's what happens. It might not be a bad idea for us to try to figure a way to exit ourselves. Just in case everything crumbles. It wouldn't be too beneficial if the mist falls and then we're just stuck in the Shadowfell. If that makes any sense.
Not really, but I'll let you guys handle it.
So maybe that's an additional task. We need to have some sort of means to get out. After we destroy the barrier. Because I don't know about you. I
I don't want to do all this and then just end up perishing.
No, I'm definitely with you there.
No, I'm definitely with you there.
Yeah, that I can. Yeah, that I can fully agree on.
It's not the end.
It's not the end.
Also, add in your research in the library, you probably would have learned that Mordenkainen's strategy was to get Strahd out of the castle. Somehow, Strahd being in the castle itself made him more powerful. So his idea was to lure him out and have a battle outside of the castle, and he still lost.
Well, which again,
if he didn't
do anything about Strahd's
protective barrier.
I would also say if
Kazan built the castle
and Strahd's descendant
founded the castle,
maybe Strahd's a descendant
of Kazan.
If that was the case.
So what does that mean, though?
I wonder if obviously, and maybe you could ask the Sun Sword. Strahd originally wasn't named Kazan, was he?
You're getting the negative from the Sun Sword, and the Sun Sword sending you images of Irina and Sergei, her beloved when she was alive, and when she had a different name, kind of walking around in the daylight. Like this whole place, the vast valley could be seen from the castle, and it was bright and beautiful, and you get this kind of feeling of warmth, and then that went away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll relay.
I'll relay that.
It seems.
That's not what it is.
That's not what it is. This is.
He's something else.
I am curious to see
how Kazan ties into everything around here.
It's just an odd mystery. If Kazan was the one who, correct me if I'm wrong, but made the Sun Sword?
No.
Okay.
He broke it.
Then what was
Kazan broke the Sun Sword?
Kazan broke the Sun Sword.
It's in the chat on
Oh, okay, sorry.
120.
You're lucky.
I think we kind of hit a
impasse, haven't we?
Oh, Cat. Quit trying to destroy.
So are you guys going to sleep in the same room?
We know what we need to do, but like,
how are you doing watch?
We don't have enough to do it.
It's really late.
You all get some sleep. I'll take
the first watch. And
same rooms, different rooms. How are we doing this? You guys going to be in the guest rooms separately?
If you want to have your own room, I can perch up in the hall.
Or we could like, be mistrustful and not split up.
It doesn't bother me at all to share
a room.
Yeah.
Who slept in the worst?
I'll enroll my bedroll.
Fest is gonna wake up and
Right.
Mordenkainen's just gonna be there in like a smoking jacket, kind of just laying up in his bed. No, roses out. No. Okay, so what are you guys doing?
Picking a room. And
okay, you pick a room.
Guess.
It's a fine guest room. Big canopy bed inside. A little fireplace. It's kind of going at a low. It's warm, but it's not too warm. And there are paintings hung up all over depicting, the adventures of the wizard. At least you can tell, and you can see some other characters in it, and they're doing amazing things. And maybe they were painted by, the guy alleging to be Mordenkainen, or maybe not. But they're up on the wall. And, you guys cuddle into the bed. It's big enough for all of you to kind of share.
Hey, can we talk to Sun Sword?
Can we talk to Sun Sword, or does it only talk to...
It's a 30-foot radius. It can talk to anyone within a 30-foot radius.
Alright. Hey, Siri.
It doesn't talk. It just
Siri.
sends images that you interpret.
Mentally.
Mentally conversation. Yeah.
Do you know the name of the?
Do you know the name of
apprentice
the Kazan's apprentice?
that stole the hilt?
That stole
Blood?
the hilt?
Sold you in blood?
You get
Sold you
some
blood?
images of a young boy. He sword doesn't know his name, but you can see him running through the woods and stuff with a sword with wolves howling in the distance, and that's what you get.
Okay, what about the blade?
Okay, what about the blade? You know whatever happened to that?
You get an image of it just being melted down, just destroyed.
Okay,
yeah,
completely destroyed. Okay.
And it's furious at this. I mean, the sword actually lights up a bit, and you can see more light coming off of Syrdath's, wherever he's got it, you know.
Well, I guess I was laying in bed with cucumbers on my eyes, but now I'm going to take the cucumbers off my eyes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's all right. I was just trying to. It's all right. I was just trying to. You know, you got to moisturize, man.
Just curious.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
By the way,
Syrdath, we could
bring you back to life.
Bring you back to life. I'm
really sad for you.
Really sad for you for
the current state that you're in.
The current state that you're in.
Hey, I can still walk around. I can still walk around. I can talk. I can talk. I can I don't know where it goes. I don't know where it goes since I don't really digest food. That maybe digest food. That's kind of why I didn't chow down on all those hors d'oeuvres. But no, listen, it's you play the hand.
You play the hand. Into her pack and pulls out a spinach puff and hands it to you. You gotta take some for the road. You gotta take some for the road, man.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes, but yes, it's all I've known. I mean, it's all I've known. I knew other stuff, and now I'm this, I don't know. It's you just play the hand you're dealt, I guess. You just play the hand you're dealt, I guess. He kind of goes back on that. He's kind of, I guess, dancing around the question a little bit. It's making him uncomfortable. The amount of self-reflection it would require to answer that, you know.
I apologize.
I apologize. I was just looking to help a friend.
You're fine. You're fine. Your concerns appreciated. It's okay. It's okay.
And I think at this point, Syrdath, you're almost afraid if you did fall asleep, if you could sleep, the voices in your head, they would take over. They can become. Yeah.
It's. Have you ever had? I don't know if any of you are cursed with this. I am. Abuse and genetics, but like I have tinnitus. And it's worse whenever everything gets quiet. And that's kind of how I picture. All this. Like
lost in your mind.
If there's a fan going. Yeah, if there's a fan going, I can tune the ghosts out, so to speak. When they're not, when they're not, and it's. But they're all in my head. But they're all in my head. You know, that's the weird part. It's not like I can look over and see it. I do see them, but I you know, whisperings, it's memories. It's knowing something about magic, and having never casted a spell above what most Drow can do. It's disconcerting at times, and a blessing at others.
Okay.
You guys turn in?
Maybe.
Well, maybe.
We go to sleep.
Yeah. We go to sleep.
Okay. Give me a perception roll, Syrdath.
I'll sit up. Alright. Let's find mine. Let's find mine.
Okay. By the way. I'm Little Spoon, by the way.
Yeah, it's an adorable little cuddle pile in that bed.
Marick's middle spoon.
Alright. So, as Syrdath, I guess I would get up and probably sit in a chair with the sun sword just resting on my lap.
You sit in the chair, and you can feel kind of the sun sword sending like humming kind of noises to your head. It's just sitting there chilling out, like, you know, humming a ditty. It's kind of old. It's just humming along. The sword doesn't really sleep, and neither do you. So, so that's a good pairing. You see kind of some of the servants go by, and they're just cleaning and picking stuff up. Some of your feet have tracked in some mud and stuff on the floor, and it's being cleaned up. And
like that little thing from Wally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just cleaning stuff up, and that's really all you see. It's quiet. It's eerily quiet in this mansion.
And I tell you what, you don't have to.
Play out the scene right now.
I think we're kind of.
I think we're kind of winding down anyway. But I do have the ability of communicating with the dead. Like, let me actually pull it up. I'm just thinking, as I sit there thinking, and the sword's comforting, it's kind of
gives me something else.
To
focus on,
the little ditty that is going. I'm trying to look at what the ability is called. Connect with the dead. Shit. I didn't mean to shoot. That's what I'm just seeing if I can actually speak. Like, I'll keep this quiet, and we don't need. I mean.
But I'm just going to
try to talk to it, just not images. I mean, I'm talking conversation. Like, you can create a link with a spirit through their corpse. I don't have a corpse, but I have a sword.
Yeah, you get. I'd say while you're doing that and you're building the link, the sword, a flare of light comes off of it and it forms a man, a handsome man. Somewhat like Strahd, except his features are softer and his eyes are kinder. And he looks down on you and he says, "This is different."
You get used to it.
I've been part of the sword for so long. When I died, it imparted a bit of my soul onto it. That's why without a hilt, even now, the sun sword burns brightly.
I just wanted to make sure that we're on the same page. And I wanted to let you know that if you want to kill your brother, I will help.
I wish I could save my brother, and what has happened to Irina? I really want to save her. She's who I care about. Please promise me. Promise me you'll try to help her.
She's one of us. I will
do.
In the heat of the
moment
when she was taken,
I considered many things.
I don't think I could have
a clear conscience if we did not try to.
I believe a larger part of me tried to pull her into the well. All those weeks ago.
It did.
Perhaps that would have been the best
ending.
But just let us be one.
Let us be one.
She cannot marry that
endeavor.
monster that my brother has become. Don't let her.
You up for crashing a wedding?
Yes, I am. And you can see his
knuckles.
And his hand goes across the hilt of the sword and grasps on, and then he just fades in and goes right back into the sword.
Syrdath kind of sits back in the chair,
looks around like.
In his best Yara.
Whoa.
All right, so thank you for that.
Thank you for that scene. We'll play together.
In the morning, you wake up to a fine breakfast. The night was uneventful. You feel better than you felt since coming to Barovia. Full night's sleep, and just you're not eating wolf steaks. It's just delicious. Bacon and eggs and whatever you want for breakfast, oatmeal, it's all here.
So will we be hungry when we leave? Since you said stuff
it doesn't, but for some reason it's like you eat a meal here. So you feel it's weird how it works. So you don't know what happens in your stomach when you leave. It's kind of
pay no attention.
It's magic. And as you're leaving, Mordenkainen comes down the stairs and he greets you and he says, well, and he looks refreshed, all the bruises and all the beating, the severe beating that Yara gave him and everyone else. It's all been healed. He looks fine. He trimmed up his beard. It's still got the, it's still got the strips of gray in it and stuff, but it's cleaned up. And he looks at all of you and he says, well, you need to end this curse and get not just yourselves, but myself out of these lands. So, to that end, he makes a gesture and stops at each one of you and makes a gesture in the air and gives you guys the charm of heroism. And I just shared that with you. So make a note on your character sheets in any way you'd like. You get the Charm of Heroism, and any one of you can read that if you'd like to let the viewers know what that is.
Charm of Heroism.
Charm of Heroism.
This charm allows you to give
This charm allows you to give yourself the benefit of Potion of Heroism. As an action. Once you do so, the charm vanishes.
For 1 hour, you gain 10
For 1 hour, you gain 10 temporary hit points that last for 1 hour.
For the same duration, you're under the effect of the blessed spell. Okay, no concentration required.
No concentration required.
That's pretty nice.
Awesome.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
When I first read it, I thought you were saying he was casting it now, and I was like, oh, it'd be climbing so fast.
That's in your pocket. Right. You may use that at any time you desire.
Tell us, what do you know of the people of the Wizard wine?
The Were Ravens. Yes, I'm familiar. Good wine. I've had quite a few bottles since I've been here. I highly suggest the Champagne de Stomp, I believe was what it was called, something along those lines. But enough of that. The finer things we can enjoy once I get my staff and my book back. And I
was going to ask, do you consider them allies?
Anyone against Strahd is my ally.
So that would be a yes, then.
So that would be a yes.
Yes. Lad, you're much too smart for me to have to spell everything out for you, alright? One day you'll be a great wizard. One day. And he snaps his fingers and the door opens up. And he ushers everyone out.
Do you know the spell?
Do you know the spell sending?
Does he know the spell sending? No, but if you do, I can reply to it. It's not the one I typically take. Perhaps when I get my spell book back, I'll have more of my spells.
Van Richten said,
Van Richten says, yes, I can cast that spell. Yes, I can cast that spell.
We'll try to be in touch.
We'll try to be in touch.
Please do. And he changes his form, and he shimmers into a bald wizard. He kept the beard, but it's much shorter, and it's got strips of gray in it. And he goes, "All right, I'll be off." And he casts an incantation and says a few words of magic and starts flying off into the distance. And the door, once you leave, disappears. Falls into flakes of magic, hits the ground.
Well. Might I make a suggestion? If we're going to acquire items and see what we can purchase, maybe it might be easier to fly most of the way there.
That seems wise. I think
our dead horses are no use to us.
I think here's probably where it's about 9:30. I think we can end here tonight. Episode 20. All right, I'll stop the recording, guys. And from here, you'll decide where you'll go next. Shopping, getting supplies for the raid of Castle Ravenloft, if that's where you decide. Or anywhere else you haven't been to yet in Barovia. Or any place else you have been to that you want to visit. You haven't been back to Valaki in some time, and who knows what that town looks like, or Crest for that matter. So we'll end the recording here. Let me stop it. And